With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Representatives are currently busy. Please stay on the line, and your call will be answered by the next available representative. The estimated hold time is currently less than 96 minutes. You are currently caller number 32.
Are you tired of getting blown out of the water by other web hosting solutions? At BladeNode.com, our affordable web hosting and quick customer support is our #1 priority. BladeNode Web Hosting was started with a mission to provide premium hosting at half the price as other hosts without sacrificing features, reliability, and 24/7 customer support with a live technician. Join our community today by visiting BladeNode.com and using promo code BLADE10 for 10% off your first package.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Cyber Thunder Pro Cup Series, sponsored by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds, hits the fast banks of Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Money for the Moods 200. Man, oh man, what a great way to kick off a fine night of race action here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Then under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Remember, these drivers were turning left and right last week at Sonoma. So back all the way across the country, back on the East Coast. How you doing? How you feeling? Thanks for joining myself, DarksideDave, in the cave here in the Turn 3 Racing Network booth. Glad you all could join us here tonight. This is going to be a heck of a show. 130 laps around this half-mile track here tonight. And I tell you what, why don't we throw a little bit of the information out there for you. There you go. Looks like air temperature still about 80 degrees out there. Humidity not too bad. Track temperature pretty low, only 82 degrees. So very grippy track out there right now for these Pro Cup Series drivers. And the lap times, well, they're mirroring that grip that these drivers have out there right now. As a matter of fact, Tom Richter sitting on top of the speed charts. Brett Hahn right behind him. Frank DiMaggio right there in third. Tanner Tallarico sitting in fourth. Last week's race winner, where's he at? He is not even inside the top 15. Mike Berg sitting out actually right there in 14th. I apologize, Mike. So last week's race winner, two-time race winner so far this season. A little bit slower here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Speaking of last week's race winner, why don't we run down the point standings coming in to tonight's race? They look a little something like this. There you see the one of Tanner Tallarico sitting on top of your point standings coming into week number 6 here in Cyber Thunder BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series. Davey Hendricks right there, pretty close second. GT Irizarry sitting right there in third. Tim Rogers in fourth. Dylan Reed fifth. Sixth is Brett Hahn. Eddie Behan sitting right in seventh. Kyle Jett in eighth. Jeff Sharp in ninth. Crank Bell going to round out the top 10 in the point standings coming in to the race tonight. The money for the Moods 200 here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And as I say that, looks like practice slowly starting to come to an end. Just a little under 5 minutes remaining here tonight in a happy hour before these drivers will get set and ready to go. And oh my goodness, somebody didn't tell me and I didn't tell myself, and sometimes you forget to take graphics off of the screen. I do apologize about that, but hey, great advertising right there for our title sponsor here in the Cyber Thunder BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series. BladeNode.com, simple web solutions powered by nerds. I'm going to go ahead and show you your speed chart right there. There you see it. There you have it right there up on the left-hand side of the screen. Richter sitting on top of the speed charts. Hahn still right there in second. DiMaggio, big jump for DiMaggio. Very fast out here tonight, sitting in that third position. DiMaggio way off down there in the points, all the way in last place, as a matter of fact, coming into tonight's race. So he's looking to turn his season around with a great run here. About 3.5 minutes remaining here in happy hour. Then we'll get set, ready to go, qualifying here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I tell you what, while we've got a little bit of time on our hands, let's I tell you what, let's go down, get a little closer trackside. What do you say? Well, we've got a little shot here. Let's see what kind of camera shots we can get out here for you like this. What do you think of that? Coming right at you here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. A lot of drivers making some final few runs here, trying to shake down the cars the last little bit, get all the information that they can to their crew chiefs for tonight's Money for the Moods 200. And I say the Money for the Moods. If you haven't already, check down there in the description. Great calls, great family, know them personally, help coach with them. Unfortunate, tragic situation, lost their house a few weeks ago in a house fire. And this particular young lady lost all of her wrestling gear. And, we're trying to get her back on the mat. If you can, go ahead, give anything, all you can. Right there, click the link. It'll take you right over to the GoFundMe page started by my fellow coach. We do appreciate each and every one of you checking that story out and just giving us a little bit of time and recognition for that. We do appreciate that. I do appreciate Cyber Thunder and BladeNode.com allowing us to do this here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So big shout out to them as well. Big shout out to all of you joining us here on YouTube tonight. If you haven't already, go ahead and throw these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, DarksideDave in the cave, or anybody else back at the headquarters. We do appreciate each and every time, each and every one of you join us here tonight. And Mr. Diaz, what you doing out there in viewerland, bro? We need to see you out there on the track. There you see a lot of drivers coming around the track, shaking down the cars for the final few laps. Got about a minute and a half remaining here in happy hour. So we're going to step away, pay a few bills here tonight. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back for all your qualifying action here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Whoa, little bit of a smoke show coming back to you here live from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Field has about 5 seconds remaining, then they're going to get booted off the track as things will get shut down and reopen for qualifying here tonight in the Money for the Moods 200 in Cyber Thunder's Pro Cup Series, sponsored by BladeNode.com. BladeNode.com, your simple web solutions powered by nerds. Red flag flies, now green flag being displayed. Qualifying now underway. Looks like Tim Rogers and Mike Berg gonna jump out there very early. So I tell you what, why don't we jump out there now with Tim Rogers as he makes his way around the track. There you see a lot of people out there. And oh, Danny actually is in his car. I apologize there, Mr. Diaz. A lot of drivers out there on their qualifying laps right now. Bryson Clark, Chris Wold, Eric Anderson, Bob Rogerson, Mike Grandy, Jeff Winter, Bradley Beeman, Jeff Sharp, Bill Jett, Richard Pruitt, Dan Diaz, Davey Hendricks, Nick Fleury. My goodness, the list goes on and on. 10, 15 drivers out there on track already. GT Irizarry out there on track as well. A lot of drivers turning in some time lapse. I tell you what, we'll keep our eye right here with this 48 machine of Tim Rogers as he makes his way around the track here on his first timed lap. Gonna cross the line this time by. Where's he gonna shake out? We'll have to wait and see. Rogers gonna go second on the speed charts. Looks like Kyle Jett gonna top the charts right now with the quick time of a 28.97. Bill Jett sitting right there in second. Bryson Clark third. Crank Bell in fourth. Ken Rogers improve and take that top spot away on his second time lap, hugging that blue line through 3 and 4. What can he get done? Coming back across the stripe. Where is he gonna shake out? What's it gonna be? Gonna jump all the way to second. Not good enough to dethrone Brett Hahn at the top of the speed charts. We'll go back now. Take a look now as David Gainforth looks like he's on his second time lap here. Gainforth sitting 17th right now with a 29.36 on his first time lap. Brett Hahn still top of the speed charts. Tim Rogers, we watched him go all the way to second on the speed charts. Where will Gainforth shake out? Gonna come across the line this time by. Where does he go? Where does he shake out? Back up to 16th, your top four. All done and over with now. I tell you what, let's go out there with last week's race winner at Sonoma. Let's go out there and take a look, take a ride with Mike Berg. 81 machine looks nice coming off of the corner. Let's see how he's going to shake out here as far as lap time is concerned. More drivers putting in their time laps. Top of the speed chart still. Provisional poll right now. Quick time 28.94. Brett Hahn, Tim Rogers in second. Tom Richard right there in third. Mike Berg all the way to fourth on this first time lap. Look for this second one to be a big mover. This should put him at the top of the speed charts. Gonna cross the line. Where's he go? From fourth to fourth. Doesn't move anywhere. We'll jump now with Jeremy Moore in the 6 machine as he 8 machine. I apologize as he makes his way off of turn number 4 here. And we are only about 3 minutes into qualifying here, and we have already got 31 drivers putting in a time lap. Tanner Tallarico also out there on track. Eddie Behan also in the 55 machine on his time lap. We'll try to get an eye on them here in just a few seconds. Frank DiMaggio very quick during happy hour qualifying, not going his way. Relegated back in the 28th position. My goodness, that's going to be well off the pace of where he was in happy hour. Looks like Jeremy Moore going to go all the way to 17th. We're going to jump around here. Take a look at Tallarico as he crosses the line second time. Where's he going to jump? All the way to third. Not able to go to the top of the charts just yet. We'll look back here as Jeremy Moore now makes his way off of turn 4. What can he do? 18th all the way up to 14th. Not good enough to dethrone the man at the top of the speed charts. Brett Hahn still out there commanding this field. Riding with that 55 of Eddie Behan now as he's on his second time lap. Behan crossing the line. First time lap relegated back there in the 33rd position. Will he be able to improve that time? We'll have to wait and see as we just creep in on the 5-minute mark here. Halfway through qualifying here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looks like Beon gonna cross the line. Where's he gonna jump? All the way to 11th. Good jump. About 20 places there on that jump for Beon. So a great lap there by him, but unfortunately not enough to take that top spot as Jay Morris begins to roll off of pit road. I tell you what, let's take a look. Let's take a ride around here with him as he gets up to speed here. We've got time to get his laps in here. He's one of the few drivers yet to put in a qualifying lap. So, yeah. '27 machine gonna cross the line, begin his timed lap. Let's see what he's able to do here on lap number 134. Drivers already turning in a time lap. We've still got about 4 drivers yet to put in their time lap. We're riding with the 27 of Jay Morris. He's on his first timed lap here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the qualifying session for tonight's Money for the Moods 200 and Cyber Thunder Pro Cup Series, sponsored by BladeNode.com. BladeNode, simple web solutions powered by nerds. All the way up to 34th for his first time lap, and it actually sounds like Morris is shutting it down. So content and happy with that qualifying lap is Morris. That's a kind of a new one on me. Driver happy with starting in 34th. Hey, is what it is. We've got 35 drivers on the speed charts right now. Looks like your pole winner from Charlotte Motor Speedway here tonight's gonna be that 71 of Brett Hahn. Tim Rogers with a great effort there on his second time lap, but just not able to bump him off the top of the speed chart. So Brett Hahn gonna walk away with the pole here tonight in the Money for the Moods 200. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Then get set to go green flag racing right after your national anthem. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Stay right here. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Back trackside after the flyover, you know what time it is. Field has hit the starting grid. They're rolling off. Let's give you tonight's starting lineup from Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's the Money for the Moods 200 starting inside row number 1, your pole sitter, the 71 of Brett Hahn, just to his outside, the 48 of Tim Rogers. Row number 2, the 1 of Tanner Tallarico, followed by Tom Richard. Right there, row number 3, the 81 of Mike Berg, followed by Crank Bell. Row number 4, the 33 of Jeff Chandler, followed by the 17 of Kyle Jett. Starting in row number 5 here tonight, the 73 of Brian Clark, followed by the 31 of Dylan Reed. Row number 6, Eddie Behan and GT Irizarry. Row number 7, Jeff Sharp and Andrew Payne. Row number 8 here tonight, Jeremy Moore, followed by Nick Fleury. Row number 9, Bill Jett and Davey Hendricks. Rounding out your top 20, Jeff Winter, followed by Chris Dean, 21st position. Here on the starting grid, Eric Moyer, followed by Cole Gray. Starting in 23rd, Brian Dorsey, 24th, Tyler Beeman, 25th, 26th. There you see the rest of your starting lineup. Pace truck gonna duck off. We're ready to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight in the Money for the Moods 200 and green flag flies for the first time here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Field gets off to a great start. Side-by-side racing action down through turn number 1. Field still all side-by-side. You can expect a lot of side-by-side racing action here in the opening stages of this race. Still stacked up at the front, your pole sitter Brett Hahn has a one-car race advantage over the 1 of Tanner Tallarico. Tallarico side-by-side with Tim Rogers. Rogers fighting to keep a top spot, qualified second, now back to the 3rd spot. Mike Berg, last week's race winner, now up to the 4th position. Jeff Chandler in 5th. Tom Richter falling 3 positions from the start. What happened to Richter? He's back here in a hornet's nest. Top of the leaderboard, all single file. There you see him. As we watch that 34 of Tom Richter out there stuck on that outside lane, not able to go anywhere just yet. Drivers mostly single file, 2-3 wide down the back stretch now. Just behind Richard, I believe that was Jed, Beon, and Fleury all side by side. Maybe GT Irizarry involved in that little scrum for just a brief second. Davey Hendricks stuck on the outside now as well. My goodness, a lot of these drivers 2-3 wide at times very early, only lap number 4 out of the 130 scheduled in the official race distance here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway and Cyber Thunder BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series. Very close race in action right here between Richter, Jet, Behan, and Flurry. 4 cars nose to tail, all within about 0.2 of a second of each other. Just in front of them, there's a lot of close battles all the way through the field. First, all the way back to this battle right here. Only about 2 seconds, 1.5 seconds actually, as we see drivers at the front battling for some positions. Last week's race winner moving to the front, now up to second. Mike Berg makes the pass on Tanner Tallarico on the outside of 3 and 4, makes the high side work. Now right there trying to heat up the bumper of your race leader, Brett Hahn. And I tell you what, we've got an onboard camera here tonight with last week's race winner, so why don't we go on board with the driver running in second. Right now we're watching Mike Berg as he makes his way around the track right here in that second position. Just behind him, Tanner Tallarico still all over his rear bumper. Jeff Chandler right there in touch. Crank Bell still right there, just 0.3 off of your race leader. Nice and smooth on the wheel for the driver of this 81 machine. Mike Berg making it look easy out here in the draft, in that dirty air, keeping Tanner Tallarico at bay and still trying to run down your race leader. My goodness, the battle is amazing up here at the front. They're grouped up, stacked up, all the way from second to about 8th, 9th, 12th. You like that counting right there, 8th, 9th, 12th, because that's how much they are. Tanner Tallarico now looking to the inside of Mike Berg. Can he make the pass? Berg getting rooted out of that bottom position. Can he make it work? On the high side, gonna be stuck out there on the high side into 1 and 2, side by side into 1 with Tallarico down at the bottom. Tallarico's got help. He's got the long train of cars with him all the way back to, I believe that's Davey Hendricks in the 31 machine, bringing up the tail end of this first pack. Tallarico gonna lose the spot, and if he's not careful, that 33 is gonna put his nose right there. Oh, Tallarico able to squeeze right in front of the 33, and caution comes out for the first time here tonight. Looks like a bit of a scrum down in the back. We'll check, see what happened. Oh my goodness, big time action going on here. Let's see what happened here. Looks like maybe the 91. No, looks like drivers just had some issues there. Didn't see anything really going on, so a little bit of an interesting scenario there. Not quite sure what really happened. Looks like a bunch of drivers just kind of checked up, and it was enough to cause race officials to throw the caution. So early caution here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway, and the money for the Moods 200. Your race leader Brett Hahn slow on the track, waiting for that pace truck, trying to let him pass him so he can open up and come to pit road this time by. Let's see what your race leader does. Oh, and Hahn gonna stay out on track, not coming to pit road. Looks like Jeff Chandler, first driver onto pit road. I'm sure we may see a few more drivers elect to come down here in just a brief moment. And I tell you what, while we are under caution, let's see if I can't grab and get a quick word with your pole sitter and your race winner. I'll tell you what, looks like we can punch the numbers in, and let's see if we can't dial them up, get a few words with your current race leader as well as your pole sitter. Brett Hahn, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Dave.
Hey, bud, how you doing? How you feeling?
Pretty good. I was trying to save a little bit of tire. I saw Mike Berg making a hard charge behind me, but then Tanner got back around, and so I'm feeling pretty good on tires and everything with them battling. Hopefully they get back to battling there behind me and let me check on out for a little bit, take some pressure off my shoulders here.
I hear you. Well, walking away with the pole position here, you had some good speed there in happy hour. Where did you find the extra speed to walk away with the pole position here tonight?
Oh man, with this low downforce package, it's all about how hard you can drive it in the corner and really trust it and keep it down low. So that's what I did. I went into 1 full throttle, 3 barely lifting, and it was enough of a run to get me the pole position just ahead of my buddy Tim.
All right, my man. Well, as I believe you're going to get the one to go this time by, we won't keep you any longer. So would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of the car?
Yeah, just got to thank Tanner Tallarico for designing this sweet Brett the Jetmobile. My family watching, I think I have my dad, Eric Hahn, in the chat rooting me on, and I have my dad and my grandparents watching tonight, so definitely want to give a shout-out to them and all the Brett the Jet fans out there.
All right, Brett the Jet, well, head down and elbows up. Good luck, buddy.
All right, thank you, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Some words from your race leader now. Looks like we've got a little bit of a moment here. Not sure what that's all about. I think he's going a little wackadoodle there for a second. I think I just made up a word, too. Not quite sure about that one. But anyways, field, double file, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing once again here after a very early caution from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And the money for the moods, 200. Your pole sitter, current race leader, has led every single lap here tonight. Brett the Jet, can he get the job done and walk away from the rest of the field on this restart? We'll have to wait and see if that's how it plays out and works out for that Fast 71. Can Brett the Jet off into the sunset and join us once again in victory lane a little bit later here tonight? We'll see how it plays out. Waiting for it. Field in the restart box. Green flag flies for the second time here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Great shots high above the front stretch here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We do appreciate all the great camera work provided by Esteban. If you like any of the camera shots here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network and Cyber Thunder's BladeNo.com Pro Cup Series, scroll on down through the description. You'll find the link over there to Esteban and all the great camera packs that he's got available. I promise if you're looking for a great camera pack, he has got tons of them. Won't be disappointed at all. I can guarantee you that, providing all the great camera shots here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So big shout out to Esteban and all he does. Back at the track, though, the man at the front, Brett Hahn, beginning to stretch out the race lead. He's got about a 1-car advantage over Tanner Tallarico. Back down into third. Battle on the track. There you see it. That's the 48 battling on the inside. Tom Rogers battling on the inside, trying to make the pass. Crank Bell right there with him in the 14 on the outside. Now Bell has got to deal with Bryson Clark. Bell getting stuck on that outside lane, and a little bit of behind the wall action. What do you think about that, race fans? Obviously, one of the track cameras not mounted securely enough and getting rattled off very early here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's just how close these drivers get when they're, coming off of turn number 2 and coming right at you, right into your living room, right through the screen here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now looks like Rogers trying to go somewhere down there on the bottom, looking side by side with Berg. He's going to have the spot, working off of 4. Is he going to keep it down there? A slide job up. Looks like he's going to stay down there. Berg going to come down just behind him. Crank Bell right there in 5th. Bryson Clark still in 6th. Bit of a scrum going on there. You see a side-by-side battle back here. I believe that is right around GT Irizarry. Nick Fleury right there as well in the 4 machine. Irizarry. Oh, and my goodness, not sure why that's doing that right there. Very interesting. obviously not liking the front stretch right now at this particular time for whatever weird iRacing reason. Side-by-side race battle still going on here. Big push as the 14 machine out there on the outside. He's still left trying to gain some spots here. Not able to go anywhere just yet. Very close battle right here. Looks like that 51 of Davey Hendricks trying to make his way by Fleury, but not able to do so just yet. Dylan Reed hot on the trail in the 31. He's trying to get up there, make a few passes as well. GT Irizarry right there running just behind. Oh, and caution comes out. Looks like we may have had a driver go around here. Looks like Richard Pruitt may have been involved. Another driver involved in this one. We'll take a look back. Oh my goodness. Oh my, wow. I am not sure who that was. I believe maybe Eric Anderson. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is, I don't even know. Wow. That was, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was an insanely hard hit. Wow. Wow. There you see him still on pit road smoking. I am not sure how he even made it back to pit road. That was a crazy hard hit. 3 cars involved in this latest incident. Tough break out there for a few drivers, as that's a hard impact. And they're going to be on pit road for quite a long time repairing that machine. Field working their way around this 1.5 mile D-shaped oval, lap 21 out of 131 in the official race distance here tonight. Drivers with, I believe it's just 3 sets of tires, maybe 4, possibly. Here for the Money for the Moods 200 from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I tell you what, week number 6 here for Cyber Thunder Pro Cup Series, sponsored by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. And so far, week in and week out, these drivers have been putting on some crazy battles. There was some crazy battling even last week at the road course. There for a long time, some close battling going on. Things got a little stretched out through the middle, but there were some pretty good battles and chases going on towards the end of it. These Cyber Thunder Pro Cup Series drivers know how to put on one heck of a show. If you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime these boys hit the track here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I know I appreciate, they appreciate it. And it's just a way of showing that you appreciate what they do out there on track each and every Thursday night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, home of Cyber Thunder BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series. Field begins to get double file and group back up. Chevy Silverado pace truck lights are out. Field ready to go back. Green flag racing as we have found ourselves under caution for the second time here tonight. And the Money for the Moods 200 here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 130 laps scheduled in the official race distance here tonight. Just short of the 200-mile mark, exactly 195 miles. But who's counting? Well, that's if it's official. But enough of that. Pace truck down and away. Field ready to hit the gas and go back. Green flag racing once again in the air. Tanner Tallarico with a great start on the outside. He's able to edge the 71 down into turn number 1, able to make the pass and clear. Drops down to the bottom. Tallarico now takes the lead for the first time here tonight. What can Brett Hahn do in dirty air for the first time tonight? How's that car going to handle? Looks like he's looking on the inside into turn number 3. Not going to be there. And oh my goodness, not happening. Not quite sure what the issue right there is, but Brett Hahn still right there on the bumper as we've got a side-by-side battle just behind them. And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get this thing sorted out because there's a battle on the track that needs to be seen. There you see it. Brett Hahn trying to track down Tallarico. Still a side-by-side battle just behind them as Tim Rogers finally clears Clark. And now Bryson Clark and Tim Richard gonna battle. Oh, and the 28 goes around. Oh my goodness, Nick Fleury goes around. Big time crash. And caution flag comes out. There goes Fleury right across the nose of another car. And hard impact, gets stuck right there in the wall. And then iRacing does not know what to do with itself. And yeah, that's pretty much that. We'll rejoin the race lead. We'll rejoin the race back here with your race leader, Tanner Tallarico, as he goes around the track trying to catch up to the Chevy Silverado pace truck. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, double check a few things here on our end, make sure everything's lined up in the way it should be. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with all your green flag action live here from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
The field is rolling on the back straightaway.
Get ready. This is going to be tight. Out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen. The All-American 400 is underway.
Gotta be careful. The bumps here can get you every time. Entering the corner, exiting the corner.
Start of today's 400 lap race on this 0.625 mile racetrack. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole from Dawsonville, Georgia, in the number 9 Coors Ford qualifying and Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. His second win of 1987.
back trackside. Sorry, getting all the technical stuff worked out here. Looks like we've got it all ironed out on our end over here. As best as we can. Tanner Tallarico fired off on the restart. Got a great jump over Brett Hahn. Hahn still right there in the second spot, trying to go up there and grab the top spot. Back away once again, but he's got Tim Rogers right there digging hard. Right behind him, you've got Bryson Clark, Tim Richard right there, Andrew Payne, Kyle Jett also right there sitting in 7th, up 12 positions so far here. Chris Dean with a great start so far. Big move down there on the bottom. Big move up through the field. I believe that was Mike Berg with a big move from the bottom. 3 wide there halfway down the backstretch. Your top 3 all nose to tail. Close call there for Bryson Clark. Working that outside lane. He's got Richard right there to his inside. A lot of drivers trying to take that inside lane as they make their way around the track here tonight. Drivers still side by side, fanning out to 3 wide once again. Down the backstretch, Mike Berg gonna take it 3 wide down into turn number 3. That looks like it may end up working out for Berg. More drivers side by side. Woo, man, I tell you what, these drivers mixing it up here very early here tonight. Lap 33 out of the 130 scheduled in the official race distance, and these drivers not letting up one bit. I tell you what, while we've got them all wound up and ready to go, why don't we mute the mics there for a second and head down trackside for all the sights and sound with a little bit of turn it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great sights and sounds here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And oh, boy, oh, no. The field has seen Mike Berg grab the lead and check out 0.7 of a second race lead for this 81 machine. And Tanner Tallarico has got to chase him down, but he's got to deal with Crank Bell. Bell fast on the move now down to the inside in turn 1. He's going to make the pass easily through the center of 1 and 2 and set his sights off in the distance on that 81 machine. Can anybody go up there and grab that top spot? Back away. We'll back up. Look at this battle here between Brett Hahn, Tim Rogers, Tom Richard, as well as Bryson Clark, Andrew Payne, Kyle Jett, all stacked up right here, running for position. That is from 5th all the way back to about 10th position. As the field continues to make their way around this 1.5 mile D-shaped oval, we started tonight's race with 38 drivers. We have still got 34 out there on the track. A few drivers with some issues. Looks like Jeremy Moore, Nick Fleury, David Gainforth, and Eric Anderson all back behind the wall trying to fix their machines and get back out there on the track as the drivers at the front of the field slowly begin to build a gap between not just each one of them, but all the way back through the field. Battle at the front beginning to get a little bit closer. Crank Bell, he's got company. Now Dylan Reed right there trying to take that second spot away. Looks like he's going to be able to make that pass on Crank Bell. Bell going to give him that bottom lane into 1 and 2. Follow him down the back stretch there. You see the one of Tanner Tallarico just off in the distance. So close battle here for second. But the man at the front, Mike Berg, continues to pile on. The distance continues to pile on. And for some reason, the mic is extremely sensitive right now. Mike Berg continuing to pile on that race lead. As I was saying, Berg stepping away now 1.5 seconds in front. It looks like almost 1 now as Dylan Reed. He's been able to close the distance a little bit more than Bell has, but now Bell having Tallarico close in slowly but surely as they made their way around the lap traffic around the back marker. Looks like Mike Berg may be walking away a little bit here. I do want to keep everybody in mind on the fuel strategy. The fuel strategy is going to be a little bit different here today than what we seen last week at Sonoma. These drivers going to try to carry their fuel run. Sorry, I lost train of thought. Carry the fuel run as long as they can instead of working it to where as soon as they can make it to the end, they come to pit road. These are the tracks that we're going to start seeing over the next few weeks where these drivers extend those fuel runs and try to put in as little gas at the end, be on pit road as little time as they can for that final time. Still a long ways yet to go before we get into that, as we have still got just a little under 100 laps left remaining here tonight in the Money for the Moods 200 from Charlotte Motor Speedway and Cyber Thunder BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series battle at the front. It has begun to heat back up. Mike Berg losing ground as Dylan Reed and Crank Bell has closed the distance over the last 3 laps, and oh my goodness, I'm not quite sure what went on the last time by for Berg. Maybe saving a little bit of fuel here as he was quite a bit slower than the drivers closing the distance. And now you see Dylan Reed. He's right there looking to the inside this time, going into turn 1 side by side through the center. Still working their way side by side. Half of a car length separates your top 2. Now, down on the bottom, Dylan Reed gonna drag Raceberg down the back stretch. Help coming from Crank Bell. 14 looking to the inside. That's gonna leave the 81 out there all alone by himself. Will the draft pull that 14 around Berger? Will Dylan Reed set sail at the top side? No, looks like the 14's gonna take the spot away. So in the matter of a lap and a half, your race leader Mike Berg goes from the top spot back to the 3rd position. Now looking for a run down the back stretch. Has the draft, not able to do anything with it going into 3 and 4. He's going to let Bell and Reed battle side by side at a 4. Not going to be able to pull the pass. Bell right there on the bumper. Not sure if it's saving gas or if Berg just may have burned off the tires a little bit too early in this run, because Dylan Reed and Crank Bell have both stepped away from Mike Berg. Berg falling back to about a 3, now make it 4, almost 5 car length disadvantage as the field makes their way down, or the race leaders make their way down the backstretch into 3 and 4. We'll check in with a few of the drivers back through the pack as we've still got some great battles going on right now. Brett Hahn, he's trying to get back up there to the back of Tallarico, sitting just about 0.8 of a second off of him, but look at the battles going on back behind them. There you see Tim Rogers trying to close in on Jeff Chandler, Tom Richard right there as well in that 34 machine, that BladeNode.com Chevy Z01 Camaro trying to come back up through the field. He's lost about 4 spots from where he started tonight's race, but we'll see how all that shakes out in the end. Side-by-side battle going on between the 2 machine of Chris Dean and the 31 of Andrew Payne. I believe that is Frank DiMaggio right there in the 95 machine. That 95 Rainbow Warrior Skittle machine looking pretty sweet out there, as well as Jeff Winter's Ford Mustang just behind them. He's still got a shot at this thing, still looking to make his way back up through the field. And I tell you what, we've still got more battles out here on track. Look at this 3-car battle between Tyler Beeman, Eddie Behan, and Brian Dorsey. That is a battle for 16th, 17th, 18th position here on track. And as we find ourselves under a long green flag run here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Money for the Moods 200, gonna do a little bit of house cleaning. As we mentioned already, 38 drivers took to tonight's starting grid for the Money for the Moods 200. We have still got 34 drivers out there running on track, and we have got 27 drivers still on the lead lap. Bob Rogerson being scored as the first car off of the lead lap, being shown, I believe, 2 laps down as the field continues this long stretch of green flag run here. As you see the pass by Eddie Behan, he gets by GT Irizarry now right there on his bumper, as we've got a battle once again here, 2-3 car battle going on between Chris Dean, Jeff Winter, and Andrew Payne. Gonna continue to look around the track for the battles for you, and it looks like they're just, pretty much absolutely everywhere. We'll go back at the front, check out this battle going on for the race lead. Third car on the screen is a driver that is 1 lap down, has been to pit road, and does have fresher tires. So look for him to possibly give these 2 race leaders a little bit of a fight. Since making the pass on Mike Berg, these 2 drivers have absolutely set sail 2.5 seconds back to Mike Berg, and he's going to have to deal with Tanner Tallarico here very, very soon. Race leaders still making their way down the backstretch. Caution! Caution flag flies. Oh my goodness. What happened here? Cole Gray looks like he may have been involved, backed up into the outside wall on the front stretch. We'll take a look back, see what happened here. Oh, and the car just looked like it completely unloaded there. Not quite sure what happened. Looked like something may have broke. Car just kind of twitched and away it went. Ooh. Ooh. Slight contact. Oh, that's going to hurt as well. So the yellow flag flies for the 3rd time here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway after Dylan Reed took the lead and kind of stepped away from Mike Burke. He had Crank Bell with him the entire time, but a caution flag gonna fly after the 44 of Cole Gray has an issue there on the front stretch. Not quite sure what made that car snap loose the way it did, and then unfortunately into the outside wall as a lot of drivers come to pit road, but Crank Bell gonna roll the dice, stay out on the track. We'll have to wait and see if that's a move for just a lap lead point, or if he's willing to risk it for the biscuit early, closing in on the halfway point. Actually, I say early, but closing in on the halfway point here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. We do thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Back trackside after our greatest commercial break here tonight. Big shout out to Relentless Wrestling, the first all-girls wrestling club here in North Carolina. Happy and a pleasure to be an assistant at Relentless Wrestling. Big shout out to all the coaches, and Yeah, go ahead, click that link down there in the description. Help one of those girls in that video recover all her wrestling gear lost in a fire. Pace truck down and away. Field ready to go. Green flag once again. Inside row gets off to a great start. Dylan Reed reassumes the race lead after Crank Bell does not get going on the high side. Tanner Tallarico makes his way by into the second spot. Now Bell is battling to keep that third spot. Here comes Tallarico on the inside, looking into turn number 3. Side-by-side battle through the center. Now the outside prevailing just a little bit. Reed with the run. High side. Hustler getting it done, crossing the line, leading yet another lap. That 31 of Dylan Reed. Now Tallarico with the preferred line into 1 and 2, but hustling out there. That 31 not going away, but the inside lane has help. Jeff Chandler, Tom Richard, Brett Hahn, all right there down on the inside lane, and that's going to spell trouble for the 31 as he's all alone trying to make it work on the outside. Not going away. He's going to make this fight hard for Tallarico. Tallarico still battling with that 31 for the outright race lead. Field begins to fan out just a little bit down the backstretch. Still packed up here at the front. 4-5 cars all within 1/10 of the race lead. Tallarico finally makes his way clear of that 31 of Dylan Reed, but Reed still hanging tough on the outside, side by side with Jeff Chandler. Chandler has Richard right behind him. Look at that. There's that 95 of DiMaggio. DiMaggio very fast in happy hour. Did not have a great qualifying lap, but here he comes again, up 24 positions from where he started tonight's Money for the Moods 200. DiMaggio has found a way to the front, and he is knocking on a top 5. $95, that Rainbow Skittles machine out there trying to get the job done, trying to crack into the top 5 for the first time. He's battling with Brett Hahn right now. He's got Andrew Payne just to his inside. Payne looking to take the spot away. Not going to be able to do it just yet as the front of the field has single filed on out with Jeff Chandler taking the race lead away from Tallarico. Richard right there now in the 3rd position as Reed has dropped to 4th from the restart. And oh my goodness, what happened to Crank Bell? We're going to go back here, check with Crank Bell in the 14 machine. There you see him heading down into turn 1. Not quite sure what happened to Bell, but he has lost a ton of spots since the drop of the green flag after our latest restart. He's got GT Irizarry looking to the inside, gonna make the pass pretty easily through 3 and 4, and if he's not careful, he's gonna give up another spot. Giving up another spot on the track is Crank Bell. He continues his backward slide. We'll check back up front with your race leader once again, the top 2. We've seen this happen multiple times here tonight. After a restart, your top 2 kind of stretch it on out and get away from the field. And we've got a 3, 4, 5, now make it almost 6-car battle for the 3rd place on track. Tom Richard trying to keep that 3rd spot. He's got Dylan Reed, Brett Hahn, Andrew Payne, and Frank DiMaggio all in tow. Bryson Clark slowly making his way up to this battle, as well as we seen a little bit of smoke off there in the distance. A little bit of smoke dissipation, if you will, as Eric Moyer looks like he's had a little bit of trouble, and he's collected the inside wall. Moyer down onto pit road now, trying to fix that machine after a little bit of contact with the inside wall. lot of great battles going on out here on track, trying to keep ourselves with each and every one of them. Battle at the front still raging on here as the field makes their way around one of the back markers. Looks like that was the 24. I believe that was the 24. And sometimes, you know, ladies and gentlemen, you shouldn't call out race numbers if you can't see them, or car numbers, I should say, because I don't have my glasses right now, so may have called the wrong number right there as we've got a close battle here. Brett Hahn looking to try to take back a few more positions. It's a three-way battle here for the third, fourth, and fifth spot. Richard stuck on that outside lane. Dylan Reed looking to take that third spot away, and he's got a group of drivers willing to run with him. Now Brett Hahn looks to the outside, now back to the bottom, going into turn number 3. Close battle just behind them between Andrew Payne and Frank DiMaggio. DiMaggio trying to hustle it on the high side, trying to take that spot away. There's two cars too deep right there. Once again, close battling up here inside your top 10. And ladies and gentlemen, don't want to forget about these guys back here. Look at this battle going on between GT Irizarry, Chris Dean, Zach Jahalis, as well as Dale Lee, all grouped up right here. And oh, caution! Flag flies once again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll take a look back, see what happened. I know we're actually not able to catch what happened here, not seeing what happened, and it looks like there was some trouble up near the front of the field. We'll see if we can't see it. Oh, and the 95 goes around hard into the inside wall. Oh my goodness, the 95 gets turned going down the backstretch and hard into the inside wall. So Frank DiMaggio having a good run. Unfortunately, that's going to hurt. There you see it, and it looks just like he just came across the nose and down across the track and into that inside retaining safer barrier. The hard impact, but glad it's a safer barrier, but still nonetheless very, very hard impact for the 95 of Frank DiMaggio. He's still running, still looking okay. We'll have to see how bad he pancaked that machine as the field making their way to pit road this time by. It looks like Dylan Reed gonna stay out, gamble here on a long run, staying out on track to reassume the race lead. We're on lap 76 out of 130 scheduled in the official race distance here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Do want to take this time to thank each and every one of you joining us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, DarksideDave in the cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 Racing Network headquarters, we do appreciate each and every time you join us here. Whether you're a fan, friend, family, or just a casual viewer, we do appreciate each and every time you stop on by. And I tell you what, while you're at it, do me, DarksideDave, a special favor here tonight. Scroll on down in the description. You'll see it right there. The first one. Click on that. Go on over there and help a great young lady recover a lot of great things that she had lost, a lot of great memories in a house fire just recently. About this Sunday, we'll make it 3 weeks ago. One of our youth wrestlers' house burned down, lost all of her gear, things of that nature. We're trying to get her back up and running. So if you don't mind, if you got the time, click the description, head on over there. Anything and everything helps at this point in time. When you have nothing, anything is a help. We do appreciate you. Big shout out to the Cyber Thunder BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series for allowing us to mention that and sponsor tonight's race from Charlotte Motor Speedway, as the Money for the Moods 200 has not disappointed. Just a little over halfway. As a matter of fact, 2 laps past halfway. This is caution number 5 here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. What will the second half hold for us here tonight? We've had A lot of drivers caught up with some trouble here tonight. 38 drivers took to the starting grid. And, man, we have got a ton of drivers back there behind the wall. A ton of drivers not on the lead lap. Looks like we're down to 24 drivers left on the lead lap. A lot of drivers with some trouble meeting the wall and, unfortunately, ending their nights. And I tell you what, we'll wait to see what the pace truck does this time by. If we don't get the one to go here, we'll see if we can't dial up your race leader, the Gambler, Dylan Reed. We'll see if we can't get the Gambler on the horn here in just a brief moment. Pace truck gonna cross the line. What happens? Are they ready to go? Looks like they're ready to go. Back green flag racing this time by, so we'll let Reed keep the comms with his crew chief and spotter. As an interesting choice here, looks like Dylan Reed gonna elect to take the outside lane on this restart, maybe looking to fire off and drop down right in front of that one. By the time they get to turn number one, we'll have to see how all that shakes out. So that's going to put Tanner Tallarico starting inside row number one. Brett Hahn going to line up in third. Tom Richter right there in fourth position. Andrew Payne lining up in fifth. GT Irizarry will round out your top six. Going to be the third car outside lane for this latest restart here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And the money for the Moods, 200 here in the Cyber Thunder Pro Cup Series, sponsored by BladeNode.com, simple web solutions powered by nerds. Chevy Silverado pace truck ready to duck off field. Ready to go. Back green flag racing. Coming to the restart box. And green flag flies. Once again here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh my goodness. Tallarico. What a start. He grabs a gear and away he goes. Dylan Reed stumbling on that outside lane, not getting the start he wanted in the 14 of Irizarry. Oh my goodness. He is 2 and 3 wide, 4 wide down the backstretch now. At Charlotte Motor Speedway, they sort that out now, down to 3 wide, halfway through the center of 3 and 4. Oh my goodness. Look at this mess. What a mess through the center of this pack. Field beginning to sort themselves out there. You see Mark Berg trying to get to the bottom, not able to do it just yet. Here comes Crank Bell with a big run. He's going to take the spot. Knock on the door of a top 10. Brian Dorsey right there in 11th. Just in front of them, Eddie Behan rounds out your top 10. And here comes Bell making a move to the inside of the 9. Dorsey gonna fall. Put Bell back into the 11th position. Now trying to go up. Oh, and Dylan Reed, big time trouble for Reed. Reed falling through the field now. Those older tires may be showing their ugly head right now. His tire's about 23 laps older than the drivers around him. So the level of grip very different here as we continue to watch Dylan Reed fall through the field. Was your race leader for the restart and has dropped all the way back now to the 13th position and is in danger. Oh, call. Oh my goodness, more calls involved. Tom Richard goes around. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happened to this 34 going down into turn number 1 and 2. Everything looks fine. Oh, and contact in front of him, and that. Oh my. Oh. That's. We'll look at that one more time, as it looked like, I think Brett Hahn had contact with Tallarico right there. Hahn into the outside wall, back into Richter. Richter hits the wall, ricochets backwards, hits a few more cars. Oh my goodness, Bradley Beeman, Chris Wold, Andy Cork, all getting collected late in this one, I believe. Oh, and there you see the contact. Oh my goodness. 67 with some contact as well. And there you see that 34 machine up against the outside wall, just absolutely destroyed and smoking. He's going to see if he can't limp it back to pit road. Just now getting back to pit road. Tough break there for Tom Richard. What a great run he was having, and oh my goodness. Whew. Few drivers on the pit road. Looks like Brett Hahn going to come to pit road, fix a little bit of the damage that he's incurred from that latest incident on track. Mike Berg also on to pit road. Frank DiMaggio, Andrew Cork, Bradley Beeman, Zach Shahalis, as well as Chris Wold. And there's going to be a few of those drivers with a lot of damage that they're going to have to repair. Looks like Wold just went ahead and wheeled his machine right on back behind the pit wall. So they're working on that feverishly right now as we speak. Andy Cork, they're beating and banging on that machine, trying to get it smoothed out and ready to go back on track. That latest one collecting 6 drivers: Brett Hahn, Mike Berg, Bradley Beeman, Andy Cork, as well as Tom Richter and Chris Wold, all involved in this latest incident here in the Money for the Moods for the Cyber Thunder BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series, live here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's the Turn 3 Racing Network. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Back trackside here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pace truck lights are off field. Gonna get double file and ready to go. Green flag racing once again here in the Money for the Moods 200. New race leader up at the front. Andrew Payne in the 93 machine takes the inside lane. He's got Tanner Tallarico to his outside. Tim Rogers, Kyle Jedd, Tyler Beeman, Eddie Behan, Bryson Clark, Crank Bell, Chris Dean, and Brian Dorsey round out your top 10 for this latest restart here in the Cyber Thunder Pro Cup Series, sponsored by BladeNode.com. BladeNode.com, simple web solutions powered by nerds. through the center of turns 3 and 4, ready to go back. Green flag racing this time by. What will happen? What will take place on this restart? Will Tallarico get another great start? We'll wait and see. Chevy Silverado pace truck down and away. Waiting for it. On the loud pedal, and away we go. Andrew Payne hits the gas. Tallarico with a great start. Once again, he's not able to clear Payne just yet. Side by side to 1 and 2. Still battling for that top spot. Tallarico not going away on the outside. Inside lane gaining a little bit of ground, but Tallarico right there. Gap opens up for him to slot in behind your race leader. He's going to do so. Looks to the inside for a minute. Now back to the outside. Heading down into turn number 1. Looks back to the outside. Tallarico going to go around the high side. Can he get the run? Big time run off of turn 2. Tallarico pulls ahead and in front. New race leader once again, the one of Tanner Tallarico. Tallarico makes the pass, able to keep Payne behind him. How long though? Tim Rogers is right there. Bryson Clark as well. Clark has kept himself clean and smooth all race long and has found himself up here at the top of the field inside the top 5, and we have got a scrum. It's a 10-car breakaway here at the front of the field. They've got a 1.5 second advantage back to Chris Dean, but these 10 cars, there is no room for error. Battle for the race lead once again as Andrew Payne digging on the bottom. Tallarico on the outside, just behind them, Bryson Clark and Tim Rogers. They're battling for position. Rogers slots in behind for just the moment. Tallarico regains the race lead, but here comes Payne fighting once again, fighting hard through the tri-oval back down into turn number 1. Half a car separates those two drivers. Side by side now, door to door through the center. Advantage to Tallarico off of turn number 2. Now a little bit of a draft heading back to turn number 3. Payne tries to make that outside work, but just not able to do so just yet. Will the run work this time? Looks like he's going to pull even, almost at the stripe. Tallarico going to put another one in his back pocket as Bryson Clark now looks to the inside. That's going to hang Payne out there on the outside all by himself, but he's got a familiar man to that high side here tonight. The 95 of Frank DiMaggio has been able to beat the fenders back out and has got that 95 back up inside the top 10, running in the 7th spot. We're still watching the battle unfold here at the front of the field. Your top 2 drivers, Tallarico and Andrew Payne, have been swapping lanes back and forth. Tallarico not coming up off of the bottom for the last 2 laps, forcing that 93 machine of Andrew Payne to make the pass on the high side if he's going to get that job done, and that is going to be a tall task at hand for not just Payne, but any of the drivers out there on track. Takes a great run off of one of the corners, and you got to carry it all the way down the back stretch or the front stretch and into the corner in order to make that work. Your top 4 all nose to tail now as Tallarico leads Payne, Clark, Rogers, DiMaggio rounds out your top 5. And after a horrendous pit stop on some, after a horrendous restart on some old tires, coming to pit road that last time by with all the rest of the drivers at the front of the field, Crank Bell, he has been able to reestablish himself up in the front of the field and has got a good solid run going on. Once again has recovered quite handily, now up to the 7th spot and looking for more. Drivers continuing to battle at the front of the field. Tanner Tallarico now leads Frank DiMaggio. DiMaggio with some big runs off of the corner was able to leapfrog the 3 drivers behind him, Clark, Rogers, and Payne, as now DiMaggio sets his sights in on that race leader, and here he comes heading down to turn number 1 all over the rear bumper of your race leader, Tanner Tallarico. Tallarico on the defensive right now as DiMaggio has shot at a cannon, now looking to the inside, drag race to turn 3. DiMaggio's got the spot heading into 3 on the bottom, looking for a crossover. Here comes Tallarico, crossover this time by on the tri-oval, side by side, lap gonna go to DiMaggio as he's gonna hit the stripe first, but back down into turn number 1. Tallarico's got the preferred position, that inside lane, but the run on the high side's gonna work out for DiMaggio. He's gonna pull away, going down the backstretch, pulls away by a 1-car advantage, now back into 3. He's going to look to continue to carry that on as the 24 struggling on the outside. Back marker moving out of the way for the front of the field as now Frank DiMaggio leads this pack. Small packs beginning to develop. These drivers do not have enough to make it to the end. They are all going to have to stop once again, and maybe it's the tire difference. Looking through the timing and scoring, your race leader, Frank DiMaggio, has got some of the freshest tires on the track. DiMaggio coming in on lap 83, the rest of the field coming in on lap 75, so that just 8 laps difference is making that big of a difference. Looking back through the timing and scoring as well, another driver that was in on lap 83, Zach Shahalis. He's made his way up through the field, gaining a ton of ground, up 27 positions now into the 11th spot, and is knocking on the door of a top 10. We'll go back here and look at this battle unfold between that 22 of Shahalis as well as Eddie Behan right just in front of him. Tyler Beeman off in the distance there. You see scraping the wall just a little bit off in front. As the drivers clear the 100 lap mark, we work our way to less than 30 laps remaining here tonight in the Money for the Moods 200 in Cyber Thunder's Pro Cup Series, sponsored by BladeNode.com. BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. Back at the front of the field, we'll take a look in, see what's happening. Tell you what, we'll go to a wide camera shot here, give you a little bit more of the coverage as these drivers begin to stretch it on out. Looks like Frank DiMaggio has opened up a 1.3 second race lead over Tanner Tallarico. Tallarico has about a 3/10 second lead over Tim Rogers. Rogers with a 3/10 second lead over Bryson Clark. Clark showing a strong car here late in the run, less than 30 laps to go, inside the top 5, running in the 4th position. Going to continue to work our way through the field just a little bit, go a little further back. Take a look at this battle that's beginning to shape up. Crank Bell, he's under fire from Chris Dean. Chris Dean's got Tyler Beeman just behind him, about a half a second back behind Beeman. You can find Behan and then Dorsey right there as well. Keeping our eye on the timing and scoring. Looks like Chris Wold, he was able to exit pit road, make a lap, but has had to come back to pit road to fix a little bit more damage on that machine. So tough break there for for Chris and his entire crew as we continue to watch Crank Bell try to get up there and take that spot away from Kyle Jett. Keeping our eye on the front of the field, though, because the gap is slowly starting to close once again. Now just a half a second separates Frank DiMaggio back to Tanner Tallarico as DiMaggio goes to the inside of that 101. Going to put the 101 down yet another lap here tonight. And he's beginning to slowly open that gap back up. Tallarico now just over a half a second back. Can that 95 check on out with some clean air? We'll wait and see how that all plays out. Tim Rogers, he's still sitting pretty comfortable right now as he's got almost a second back to this man on screen right here, the 73 of Bryson Clark. And ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, these guys, they cannot make it on fuel. They are gonna have to stop once again as we are just now under the 25 lap to go mark, 23 laps to be exact, as we ride with that 73 of Bryson Clark, and he has got Andrew Payne knocking on his door. Last time by Tanner Tallarico, fastest driver on the track with a 30.97. Your race leader with a 31.14, so almost 0.2 of a second faster. That last time by was Tallarico, and as he gets closer, we'll jump back up here with this battle. Watch as this battle unfolds for the race lead with just 22 laps remaining here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway, and the money for the Moods, $200. And the race lead has dwindled away in 3 laps. Tanner Tallarico is right there, knocking on the door once again of the rear deck lid of that 95 of Frank DiMaggio, still nose to tail through 1 and 2. Man, there are some close battles out there on track. Gonna jump back here to the... Just as we were gonna step away to another battle, Tallarico looks to the inside. He's gonna get half a car length in front, but the run on the outside, is it enough? Back to the line, photo finish. If that was the end of the race, oh my goodness. I would hate to be an official in that one. Tallarico and DiMaggio side by side through 1 and 2. Side by side all the way through 1 and 2. And if they're not careful, Tim Rogers is going to creep up and join this battle here in just a brief moment. We've got another battle as Bryson Clark gets passed by Andrew Payne. Big time battle going on between Chris Dean, Kyle Jett, and Tyler Beeman. 3-car battle going on right here behind your race leader. Oh man, don't want to step away from it, but want to look at it real quick. There you see 3-4-car battle between Bell, Dean, Jett, and Beeman. Gonna jump back right here at the front as the battle for the race lead continues on. Still side by side for the 3rd lap now. The 1 of Tanner Tallarico on the inside, the 95 of Frank DiMaggio hanging tough on the outside, and here comes Rogers. Rogers is right there, 4 cars back. Can that 48 machine close the distance as your front runners continue to battle side by side down the back stretch? Oh my, this is gonna get good. I'm sure the spotters have got to be on the radio telling them, you got to let them go. Both of them. Their spotters are yelling, you got to let them go. That 48 is closing in, and he's closing in fast. And, well, it's a little too late at this point in time. Now the 95 yielding that position to the 1 of Tanner Tallarico, but Tim Rogers is right there. He has caught your top 2 drivers. It's going to be a 3-car battle for the race lead as your top 3 make their way off of turn 3 and 4 back across the stripe. 16 laps remaining here in the money for the Moods, $200. Whew, My goodness, what a race. I tell you what, YouTube friends, why don't you give us, let us know who you're thinking here. Who's going to be able to walk away with the race win here tonight? Will it be Tallarico, DiMaggio, or Rogers? Or, hey, will it be somebody else? Anything could happen. Keep in mind, we get a late race caution. That changes the dynamic of everything. We'll have to see how it all shakes out. 2-car battles underway on the track. Bryson Clark, there you see him. He's dealing with Crank Bell just behind him. Andrew Payne right there in front of Bryson Clark. I do apologize about the wrong name there. Clark taking that spot away, put Clark back into 4th. That's going to drop Payne back to 5th. Crank Bell battling just behind them with Chris Dean as the top 2 slowly begin to break away even further. Tallarico off to a 0.3 of a second race lead. I tell you what, we'll back it out just a little bit, give you a little bit more of the action here once again as the field crosses the line. Your race leader, Tanner Tallarico, reassuming the race lead and trying to walk off in the sunset as the race leader. We'll have to wait and see if he's able to keep that spot or not, as DiMaggio seems to be struggling now, falling into the clutches of Tim Rogers. And I don't know, race fans, I think maybe Tallarico was playing a little possum there for a while. I think maybe he was taking it a little bit easy on the tires, because for the past 4 laps, lap after lap, he has turned in the fastest time on the speedway. 31:20 that last time by DiMaggio with a 31:29. Tim Rogers also with a 31:29. So lap after lap here, Tallarico continues to be just a tick faster than the drivers, trying to run him down and trying to steal the... well, I'm not going to say that because it's going to... yeah. Trying to steal the show away from Tanner Tallarico here tonight. As the battle at the front has calmed down just a little bit, we'll check back in with a few more of these battles. Bryson Clark, he's trying to step away from Andrew Payne. Payne right there, just about a 1/10 off of Clark. So if Clark has a mishap, Payne's going to be right there to capitalize. Close battle just behind them between Crank Bell and Tyler Beeman. Beeman trying to take that spot away from Bell. Bell not having any of it right now. A little further back behind them. Let's go check on this battle back here. That's for the 11th position. There you see drivers making their way by this 3-car battle for 11th position. Brian Dorsey, Eddie Behenge, Zach Shahalis right there in that 22 machine running in the 12th spot. So a close battle for the final spot inside the top 10 in the 55 of Behan looking to the inside. Not going to be able to get there just yet. The 9 going to hang tough in that middle lane going into 1 and 2 as Tanner Tallarico has opened up a 1/2 second race lead over DiMaggio. DiMaggio opened up a 1/2 second race lead over Tim Rogers. So your top 2 beginning to gap. Rogers once again beginning to step away from the field. Once again here in the final few laps here from Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Money for the Moods 200. It's Cyber Thunder's BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's been one heck of a race, one heck of a show. Can this man right here go up and catch the man at the front? Can Tanner Tallarico continue to pick him up and put him down as he continues to make his way around the track? Looks like back marker gonna move out of the way down. No, gonna stay up to the high side. Tallarico gonna go to the inside this time. Down into turn number 3. Fortunate enough for Tallarico, not losing any time with that little bit of misjudgment with the lap car there. So Tallarico actually going to pull away a tiny bit. We'll go back, check this battle going out right here. Still a 3-car battle between Bryson Clark, Andrew Payne, and Chris Dean. These drivers haven't sorted out who's going to finish inside that final top 5 position as Andrew Payne. Heavy fire right now from Chris Dean trying to take that 5th spot away. Another close battle back through the field for the 10th and final spot in the top. Well, obviously the final spot in the top 10 if it's the 10th spot. But Eddie Behan holding on to that 5th spot. Dylan Reed looking to try to find a way around. Zach Shahalis was right there moments ago, but not able to make the pass now. Oh, almost a little bit of contact. There's a 31 drifted up the track. Almost got the right side nose into the left rear quarter of that 55, and that could have spelled trouble as now Reed looking to the inside in turn 1 all the way to the apron. Contact, and the 55 goes sideways. Oh my goodness, how he saved it, I don't know. 55 of Behan gonna lose 2 spots. Put Reed to 10th and Jahalis right there as well. Now way up the track and into the outside wall goes the 55. After some contact with the 33 of Chandler, and with 3 laps to go. Oh my goodness, what a battle right here for that final top 10 spot here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the money for the Moods. 200 now just in front of them. Zach Shahalis continuing to try to chase down the 31 and get himself by. Not able to do it just yet. Popsicle sticks that time by for the man on screen. Your race leader, the one of Tanner Tallarico, makes his way off of turn number 2 back down the backstretch. Pretty clear sailing in front of him. The 101 gets down to the bottom of the track. Out of the way of your race leader. Through 3 and 4 comes Tallarico. Off of turn number 4, and that one machine gonna see the prettiest sight of them all. White flag flies here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Final lap, and caution flag flies right before it. Oh my, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right at the moment the white flag was coming out, the yellow flag flies. Zach Jahalis with a little bit of trouble. We'll see what happened to this 22. Oh, and not really. Oh my goodness. See if we can't see. Oh, and there it goes. The 22 hooked to the inside and into the inside wall. That's going to bring out a caution here late in the running from Charlotte Motor Speedway and Cyber Thunder Pro Cup Series, sponsored by BladeNode.com. Oh my, that's going to bring us to a green-white checkered situation. And what do? I tell you what you do if you're the race leader or the top 8, and that's stay out on the track. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a wild finish here. And I tell you what, while we've got a moment, why not? You know? I mean, why not? Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can't dial up the man at the front of the field, the man with the race lead, the one of Tanner Tallarico. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got Dave.
Not much crazy little finish gonna happen here. Almost had the white flag in hand there. Unfortunately, yellow flag gonna be displayed. You're gonna have to have yourself a whale of a restart. Tell us how you feel after staying out on some pretty old tires here for this green-white checkered attempt.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Dave. A little frustrated with that. Not sure if there was a flaw in maybe the start-finish line position or something, but I know I took the white flag and was headed down almost halfway to turn 1 when the caution came out, and usually that would just end the race, or there wouldn't be a caution. So a little frustrated with that. But yeah, tires are pretty shot here. I got some teammates that stayed out with me, so hopefully we got a big enough buffer to those guys that came in and took tires. But we're kind of sitting ducks right now. Just kind of gotta hope they plug it up and we can pull it off. Hopefully I'm talking to you in a couple minutes, I guess.
All right, my man. We'll wish you the best of luck with that. I think you may have a little bit of a buffer zone. I believe the top 8 all stayed out, so you got a little bit of a buffer between you and the drivers that elected to come to pit road. But Tanner, it's been a great night watching you out there on the track. Some great moves. There during that long green flag run there before you retook the race lead, it looked like maybe you were playing a little bit safe on the tires. Was there any kind of strategy for that long run that we were kind of having right there to maybe back off the tires for a little bit and then go back after that race lead?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Frank came out of nowhere, honestly. I didn't even realize that he was coming through the field as quick as he was. And honestly, I thought that maybe he could have been on fresher tires than me. And I knew that after some stuff that happened earlier in the race, the only real way I was going to be able to even have a shot at reeling him back in was just to back my entries way up, and hopefully I'd be able to reel him back in, and that happened. So now I'm here. We just got to hope the cards fall right. Like I said, we're kind of sitting ducks, and everything that's about to happen is kind of out of our control, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, my man. Well, we'll see how your luck is at the crap stables here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Before we let you go and get ready for this green-white checkered attempt, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that car?
Yeah, of course. I want to say thanks to Proco for coming on. We picked up a win with them at Michigan earlier in the season, so apparently this car is good luck. Nothing against my other partner, Advanced Auto of Charlotte, but I love driving this Proco car, and I don't know if my mom or maybe my grandparents are watching at home. If they are, I'm sure they're probably just as on edge as I am right now, and I'm just hoping that my teammates take care of me here on this restart.
All right, my man. Well, good luck, elbows up.
Yes, sir.
All right, there you have it, some words from your race leader, Tanner Tallarico. A little bit frustrated with the race officials here tonight after displaying the white flag, rescinding it and displaying the caution flag. That's going to make this restart pretty interesting. Your top 8 drivers all on very, very old tires. The field has got about 50 lap fresher tires, starting at about the 9th position back there. So look for some crazy quick cars to try to make their way up through the field here on this first attempt at a green-white checkered. Tanner Tallarico, your race leader, elects to take the inside lane. He's got that 95 of Frank DiMaggio lining up to his outside. We'll see how it all plays out here coming to the green flag here for our first green-white checkered attempt. And the money for the Moods 200 here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Field comes to a crawl to the restart line, and green flag flies once again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. DiMaggio with a good start. Tallarico now with a little bit of an advantage going into turn number 1. Gonna clear the outside lane. Tallarico well and clear, but here comes Rogers in the 48 machine. Can Rogers get there? 2-3 wide, cars wrecking into the inside. Oh my goodness, cars off track. Bryson Clark off track after contact. Green flag still in the air. This time by field wrecking through the tri-oval. White flag flies. Big wreck behind Tanner Tallarico. Big time wreck. Whole field is destroyed. Oh my goodness. Big time wreck behind your race leader as Tanner Tallarico goes down the backstretch for the final time. Here comes Chandler to take second. Where did Brett Hahn come from? Oh my goodness. More contact. Oh my goodness. Brett Hahn. Oh my. Wow. I don't even know who won. Wow, that was nuts. Let's watch that again. Oh my goodness. That was, wow. Big run by the 33. Oh my goodness. Then contact, more contact through the infield, more contact. Oh my goodness. Tallarico drifting that thing, man. Woo. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we're even going to have any cars for the post-race interview at this point in time. There is just a junkyard here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh my goodness. What a crazy, crazy finish. Whew. Bill Jett, you're not kidding with that one. I don't even know what happened, and before that there was even more carnage. Let's look at this carnage going on. That's coming to the white flag. Oh my gosh. Just cars everywhere, flipping, flying all over the racetrack. After that, we then had this coming to the line. Oh my gosh, what a crazy, crazy finish here. Wow. Nonetheless, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, try to get everything sorted out, try to see who our podium finishes are. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after a brief 2.5, maybe 3-minute commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Backtrack side after a crazy, wild finish, to say the least, here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, and the money for the Moods, 200. Oh my goodness. I don't know how, I don't even know how to explain what took place there coming to the checkered flag there. That was some absolute just nutso stuff going on there. And we'll see if we can't catch up with the driver finishing in third place here tonight. Driver of that number 9 machine, Brian Dorsey is Dave in the booth. You got a copy, man?
10-4, gotcha.
Hey, brother. Coming away with a third place here tonight with a crazy finish, man. Walk us through that finish. There was 2 or 3 wrecks going on, and I think a third one at the end. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, I think I took the white flag in 10th place. So there was a wreck at the white flag on the front stretch, and then by the time I got to turn 1, I think I was probably 4th or 5th. And now plus I had pitted on that before that green-white checker, so I had fresh tires. So there were a couple guys in front of me who had older tires. I got around and then came off 4, and the 2 leaders got together.
Well, man, I mean, a pretty quiet night all in all there for you and the 9 crew, but at the end, you spoke of getting those fresh tires. Was it your call to come and get the fresh tires, or maybe a teammate or crew chief electing to try to see if those fresh tires wouldn't be an advantage?
No, that was all me. That caution was a blessing because I made a mistake on my previous pit stop and didn't put enough gas in it, and I was actually trying to save. I was about a half a lap short on gas, so that caution was a blessing for me.
Well, man, a blessing indeed altogether. Get you enough fuel and then get you into a great spot by the end of it. So hats off, Brian, for a great run out here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of the car?
No, I just appreciate the guys putting on the league. Good league, good bunch of guys, and obviously BladeNode.com for letting us race.
All right, my man. Well, congratulations on the third place finish again, and we'll look to catch up with you next week.
Appreciate it, bud.
All right, there you have it. Some words from the driver finishing in the third place here tonight. Driver of the 9 machine, Brian Dorsey. And that's going to bring us to the driver that walked away in second here tonight after a crazy finish. Let's see if we can't catch up and have a few words with Brett Hahn, driver of the 71 machine. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, man, yeah, I do.
Man, oh, man. What a thriller. You made it interesting, huh?
Oh, I tried to. If you could ride along with me that last restart, I tell you what, I missed that big one down the front stretch, and I had enough of a run to give Tanner a shot there, and holy smokes, I thought we had it.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts coming to the white flag, and then even crazier coming through to the checkered flag. When you had the little bump there with Tanner and you went through the grass, did you think maybe this is an Earnhardt pass in the grass moment?
For sure. I mean, I wasn't lifting because I got all 4 tires. I Dukes of Hazzard it a little bit when I hit the actual grass. And I said, oh, man, hopefully I still have enough of a run. And it looks like Tanner just beat me by a few inches. So I was like, dang, I could have had the ultimate 20th to 1st there.
Well, Brett, man, I mean, you had a pretty solid night all night here tonight. You had the pole here. You led a ton of laps tonight. You had a little bit of an issue there towards the middle of the race, but you were able to recover from that and make your way back up through the field and somehow navigate through the craziness and carnage going on there in that final restart. Heck of a job, man. Congratulations once again on another great race for you. Oh, and looks like wrong information right there for me, so I'll get that fixed up for you. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Messing things up on my end, Brett. You know, good help's hard to find.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But you do a great job up there, Dave.
Well, man, you made it exciting for all the fans out there watching you on the YouTube side of things. Brett, it was a pleasure to watch you here tonight. You were fast as ever, and I guess the Jet it's a good name for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to keep this thing flying to the front, as I always say. But, yeah, that last restart was craziness, and I'm so glad I drove through it. Just looked for the openings and just didn't lift.
All right, my man. Well, once again, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. Would you like to give any more shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of the car maybe you forgot?
Yep, so still thank all the fans out there rooting for Brett the Jet, my family watching, my dad, my grandparents, my girlfriend, and all the competitors out here of Cyber Thunder. Want to thank Blade Note for sponsoring, and want to thank you, Dave, for putting on that, because I bet that was a heck of a finish to call.
It was such a good finish. I was even confused.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if I had it. I just was like, oh man, I got it. Watching that black box as we came across, I'm like, oh dang.
All right, my man. Well, enjoy your night, and we'll try to catch up with you next week.
All right, for sure, Dave. Have a good one, and thanks to all the viewers out there.
All right, there you have it. Some words from Brett the Jet, walking away in second here tonight after qualifying first, and then a little bit of a brief moment working his way back up through the field by the end of the night. And when it was all said and done, the man himself, the man of the hour, getting the job done, walking away with the race win, the one of Tanner Tallarico. How you doing, brother? How you feeling?
Hi, Dave.
Well, you just killed my whole vibe.
Oh man, that was wild.
Man,
I don't even really remember what happened, to be honest with you.
Man, I know you said you know it was gonna be crazy, but I didn't know you like meant it.
Yeah, I was just telling Brett that was one of the most fun battles we'd had there ever, and we've both been on iRacing for shoot. If I had to guess, I'd say 8 or 9 years now, and that was one of the more crazy battles that we've had. But yeah, that last lap. We took when we were coming to get the white. Yeah, see, I'm trying to process it all in my head right now. I can't even really remember what happened, but we were coming to get the white. I looked in my mirror and I saw everybody just mowing down my back bumper, and I'm like, oh, here they come. And then we went into turn 1, and there's like nobody there. I don't know if they wrecked or something coming across the line to get the white flag or what. And then we went into turn 1 and 2, and there was still nobody behind me. The next thing I know, going through 3 and 4, going into 3, I didn't see anybody in my mirror, and just set the thing down on the white line, and I told myself I'm just going to throttle up right through here like I normally would. And next thing you know, coming off the corner, I think I had Chandler flying up around my outside, and kind of like unintentionally threw a block on him. Like their closing rate was so fast, I didn't even really see him coming, and Chandler was coming on the outside, and then I saw Brett coming, and at the last second I tried to get down there and kind of pinch him a little bit, and I thought we were going to do the old Kurt Busch, Ricky Craven, Darlington finish type deal, but I think we caught in the wrong spot right there in the kink coming to the line and kind of sent Brett through the grass nonetheless, man. That was pretty wild for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't the Ricky Craven, Kurt Busch kind of finish, but it ranks up there with that finish. I'll tell you that, because there couldn't have been but maybe a half of a tenth of a hundredth or something like that. I mean, it was a frog's eyelash between you guys coming across the line, even after the contact at the line. I mean, it was one heck of a show. I promise you that. You guys did not disappoint one bit, Tanner. But gonna mention this to you now. You entered the 2 wins on the season so far. Does that make you approach any of the rest of the season any differently, knowing that you've already got 2 wins? I know there's no kind of chase here, so each race is going to matter, but knowing that you've got 2 victories, does that let you breathe a little bit easily, knowing that you do have a little bit of a points buffer?
Well, I think it does allow you to breathe a little bit easier, but you can't change your approach to these races. You know, tonight, obviously that last restart right there, that was probably one of the hardest times I've ever driven in my whole iRacing career. And, you know, I think you got to take that same mentality into all these races throughout the remainder of the season. But yeah, you do have that kind of peace of mind in the back of your head that you are able to have a bit of a buffer if you need to, you know, go to a track that you're not necessarily great at. For me, I'm kind of got Iowa circled on the schedule. So, for example, when we go there, it will be nice knowing that we have a bit of a buffer in our pocket that we can just kind of roll in and have a nice, easy night and like low pressure. But yeah, I don't think you can change your mentality going into these races. You got to try to win every single one of them.
All right, my man. Well, I appreciate you letting me pick your brain there for just a brief moment. Congratulations. Another great race for you. Walking away with a race win. Before I let you go, though, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love you, thank anybody maybe you forgot on the car?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, my buddy Brett. Obviously, it's a hell of a finish that we had there. But earlier in the race, we were racing for the lead, and I got down into turn 1, and I think that I maybe have got the splitter down on the apron just a little bit and kind of washed up into him, and kind of felt like we got stuck together, and I kind of washed him up the track there. And I claim responsibility for that accident, but nonetheless, I know that kind of derailed his night. So glad that he was able to, have a shot at it there at the end. So just wanted to throw that out there for Brett. But yeah, I want to say thanks to ProCoat, like I was telling you earlier. Apparently, they're good luck, if you will, for this season. This is their first season ever doing any kind of sim racing, or any racing in general for that matter, sponsorship. So glad to have them on board. I know those guys are probably watching. And then my buddy Frank at Advanced Auto in my hometown. I want to say big thanks to those guys. And then all my teammates back at DLI, Tom and Tim and Andrew. I think we all had pretty good nights at some point. It seemed like we were up front at some point for all of us. And my family, I think my grandma's probably watching at home. If not, she always watches the replay. And then my mom and my dad and a couple of my friends watching as well. But that's and turn 3 for putting this on. I'm sure that was a crazy finish, and we appreciate everything you do, Dave, and kind of the one-man band out here the last couple weeks. But it's definitely not going unnoticed, and we appreciate everything you do for our league.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate the kind words, man, and gonna be a heck of a time. I can't wait to catch up with you next week, man. It's gonna be a heck of a show once again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I was just telling my teammates I'm not the greatest when we go to these low horsepower, high downforce type tracks where we got, as Junior says, the big ass spoiler on the back. Not exactly as good on those types of tracks. So I think our next couple that we're going to, I want to say we're going to like North Wilkesboro, maybe Rockingham, which should be the low downforce, high horsepower package. And I'm really looking forward to those. But yeah, hopefully I get to talk to you a little bit more before the end of the season, Dave.
All right, my man. Well, go enjoy your race win.
Thanks, man.
All right, there you have it. Some few final words from your race winner, the man on screen, the one of Tanner Tallarico, walking away with the race win here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And man, oh man, race fans, what a crazy, crazy finish we had ourselves here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I tell you what, it was a crazy, crazy show. And if you thought that was crazy, wait till we go to North Wilkesboro next week. Gonna put these high horsepower machines on the short track. And man, oh man, there's gonna be some slipping and sliding. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. I can pretty much guarantee you that. And it sounds like the producers hitting the buttons on me. It's time to run down through your unofficial race results here tonight for the Money for the Moods 200 from Charlotte Motor Speedway and Cyber Thunder BladeNode.com Pro Cup Series. Walking away with the race win, the one of Tanner Tallarico. Coming in second, the 71 of Brett Hahn. Third place goes to the 9 of Brian Dorsey. Jeff Chandler gonna walk away in fourth, and rounding out your top 5, the 2 of Chris Dean. GT Irizarry gonna walk away in 6th. 7th place, Tyler Beeman. Zach Jahalis gonna finish in 8th. 9th place goes to Jay Morris. Dale Lee gonna round out your top 10. Frank DiMaggio gonna finish in 11th. 12th place goes to Bryson Clark. The 17 of Kyle Jett gonna finish in 13th. 14th place goes to Eddie B. and Bob Rogerson gonna round out your top 15. 16th place goes to Andrew Payne. Dylan Reed gonna fall to 17th after leading a handful of laps here today. The 92 of Bradley Beeman gonna finish in 18th. 19th spot, the 48 of Tim Rogers. Jeff Sharp in 20th. Crank Bell in 21st. Andy Cork gonna finish in the 22nd spot. Paul Turner in 23rd. 24th, Jeff Winter. 25th, Richard Pruitt in 26th. David Gain 4th. Chris World, after some trouble early in the race, gonna finish in 27th. 28th place will go to last week's race winner, Mark Berg in the 81 machine. Tom Richard gonna finish in 29th. 30th gonna go to Eric Anderson, Eric Moyer in 31st. 32nd, Mike Grandy. 33rd, Cole Day. 34th, Jeremy Moore. Bill Jett in 35th. Dan Diaz gonna walk away in 36th. 37th, and Nick Fleury. And after early race trouble, the 51 of Davey Hendricks will round out your field here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway and Cyber Thunder BladeNo.com Pro Cup Series. Money for the Moods 200. Once again, race fans, we do appreciate each and every one of you joining us each and every night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, DarksideDave in the cave here in the Turn 3 Racing Network booth, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 Racing Network headquarters. We do appreciate each and every time you stop by. If you haven't already, go ahead, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live. And with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends. We'll see you again here next week.